name is Joe Musel, the host of the show, along with my good pal and good friend, Coachy DeCarolis, or Jason.
Hi, everybody. It's Sunday, July 19th.
July 19th.
And it is humid out there. It's almost 100
It is humid,
degrees.
hot, and sticky. And usually I'm with my buddy Steve enjoying softball down at the East Regional Tournament. And it's not happening this year because of COVID-19 stuff. But me and my buddy Steve, we enjoyed a nice day at the Bethlehem Fair. They had a nice drive-through with a whole bunch of food trucks and stuff like that, where you can just go pay for your food. They bring it right to your car. They let you go drive off to a nice picnic area. It was very nice. It was
a time limit, and then out you go.
Well, no, they didn't stick a time limit at us. Me and my buddy Steve, we stayed there for about an hour. We sat underneath a tree. It was nice, shady. It was a good time. It was good.
Nobody bothered you.
Yeah, no one bothered us. No one did anything too crazy. But it was a nice time. It was a good time for so I'm happy that we went to the Bethlehem Fair, since the Bethlehem Fair is not going to be on this year. So that was a good thing.
Yeah, and then for this weekend, my nephew was over. You know, he is now moved on from playing with toys to becoming a video game.
The gamer. He's becoming a gamer.
He's going down that path, and he's only 5 years old. He's already learned how to play Mario Brothers, Sonic.
Okay.
You know, part of it's my fault, and part of it's my brother's fault. But now he's been playing it more than his own toys at his house. So,
well, that could be a good thing or a bad thing, because I heard in a contest, somebody playing Fortnite and winning the contest, they won $3 million. So you can make money playing video games.
Yeah, you can.
You can, but
we don't want him going that route, though. We really don't want him to, he wants to play video games almost 10, 12 hours a day, and that's when we have to stop him from doing that. And, we don't want it to become the path of his life.
Yeah, that's true. Have him go outside, scrape his knees up.
Yeah, we've tried that. We wanted to throw rocks in the brook, but he said, it was too humid this morning. So,
well, you can go play with some bears.
So, but all right, we both came up with the first topic to start with. So, Joe, I will let you start since baseball is your thing. So,
baseball is my thing, and we have a little bit of preseason games going on. That's what they're calling them, and we have a team out there with no home, actually. To actually play baseball. Who we're talking about? The Toronto Blue Jays. Their Canada actually has a very good fit on COVID-19 and stuff, and they just don't want to take the chance. They don't want to take the chance of actually the other teams coming into Canada and stuff. They want a good beat, so they told Toronto, you can't play 60 games or 30 games there for their season there. So,
which unfortunately, and I read the whole thing about what the travel ban is. As of right now, it's August 21st, and that's more than half a season, just about. So, their possible location, from what I've heard, one possible destination is Buffalo, New York, because you really don't want them to play where the Tampa Bay Rays are right now, because Florida right now is spiking hard.
Yep, Florida's spiking real hard. Let's see. We got, Canada's, let's see what else. Nationals. Yeah, it says they will be playing in somewhere up in New York. That's where
they also said they want to play their spring training in Florida, but there's just no way they're going to do it.
There's no way they could let that happen right now with Florida spiking and stuff. So
right, and then their first home game for the Blue Jays is scheduled for July 29th against the Washington Nationals. That the players prefer to play at a big league stadium than play at a minor league ballpark. But what are you going to do right now since
Yeah, since your own country.
You're in trouble.
Yeah, you're in trouble. Since your own country doesn't want you in, it's your own country. But you can't blame Canada for their not wanting to take the risk. You can't really blame them too much.
Right, and they said though too, and they said they did the report and said, okay, the NHL is letting these two cities go ahead and play it. Well, that got cleared quick.
That got cleared quick. Plus, they're keeping teams there in a bubble, so that's a little bit more controlling than having teams from other states actually come into your country. So,
right, and especially some of the teams who have to start. Well, everybody I believe is traveling next week to come, but not everybody's going to be playing. Like there's going to be like an exhibition game for everybody, while some has to get ready to see who's going to be the number one seed in the East and West. So, you know. And then the whole thing starts on August 1st, and actually the very first game is the New York Rangers playing Carolina at 12 o'clock.
Yeah, which you'll be sitting right down and watching.
Yep. Yeah, I already planned to. Game 2, unfortunately, I got to tape that one because I'm going to be at work, and I am going to take a 10-minute break in the afternoon so I can listen to hockey in my car.
Okay.
What a surprise.
Yeah, what a surprise, yeah.
Yep. But, yeah, sticking back to the baseball with Canada, they're doing it right. They're not rushing it, even though Canada is down with their counts.
Yeah, they're down. They got a good handle on it. They want to stick with it.
It's not worth the risk right now. And yes, I know it's sad that all the Blue Jays, you're used to playing at Rogers Skydome, or Rogers.net Skydome, excuse me.
Yep.
Now for that. But, you would rather prefer playing at a big ballpark than playing in a minor league ballpark where you're going to be playing, you can hit a home run a little more easy.
Well, not all minor league ballparks are easy to hit home runs out of. Even Muzzy Field is hard to hit home runs out of.
Right, its center field is 400
feet is Muzzy Field. 402?
Yep.
402 at center field. So that's just as deep as a major league ballpark. That's just as deep.
Right, and when the Blue Jays are playing the Yankees or the Red Sox or any team, I'm interested to see where the details of how high you have to hit a home run over at that ballpark.
Well, if they're playing in a minor league ballpark, guaranteed they're just going to go by fence rules. And if you hit it over, you hit it over.
Right.
I mean, even Yankee Stadium has a short porch in right field, Mm-hmm. That's only 314 or 312.
I think it's 312.
312. So, yeah, well, you're not going to have any fans anyway, so technically a baseball field is a baseball field. As long as
you're going to have is paper cut fans at the ballpark.
Well, they tried that in the Mets game against the Yankees in the preseason one. They had not really well. Nah.
I am not surprised.
I saw some pictures of it. It's not too appealing. I mean, if baseball wants to pump a little bit of crowd noise into the stadium after somebody hits a home run or something like that, then that's fine. A little bit of crowd noise after that, and then go dead silence, Yeah,
and don't forget the new rules that are coming up with the DH in both leagues and where we stand if we go to extra innings now.
Yeah. What do we got? Somebody on second base for extra innings?
Start a runner at second base. Yep, immediately.
Yep.
To try and make the game quicker.
Well, they tried to make the game quicker a lot of ways. They tried to put a 20-second counter on the pitchers, but they still took 20 seconds. I mean, Yankees-Red Sox games are always going to take like 3-4 hours to play.
And it's not an extra inning game either. It's a 9-inning game.
It's a 9-inning game when we play 3-4 hours a game.
It doesn't matter, regular season or playoffs. It's like you have a 4:00 ball game, and yet you're up until midnight watching the whole game. It's like the rest of the day you're shot, and you have to get ready and go to work the next day as a color copy.
Yeah, that's just a part of being a fan of a Yankee or Red Sox. That's just being part of the fan.
Been there, done that. Took a day off from work after they won the World Series. After the day after, well, no,
you won the World Series. When did you win the World Series? You didn't win no World Series. You didn't win any World Series.
2013. If you want to take the real one.
Yeah. I'm going to get this one though. coming up.
But now speaking about that, speaking of the Major League Baseball that begins on Thursday,
Yep.
We are going to, I think the advantage for the first series, it's going to be New York, I think, because Washington has at least 3 players out because they've opted out for the season.
They opted out for the season. Yes, they did. Yankees are actually looking pretty good. I saw a couple red team versus blue team expedition games and stuff. Actually, Stanton hit a home run out of the ballpark.
I saw Tanaka is through a bullpen session today, I believe.
Yep, he threw one. The team's looking pretty good. Gary Sanchez hit a home run and stuff like that. I was surprised that Stanton hit a home run and didn't injure himself or just tripped over himself, tripped over the bat and injured himself.
Well, you got some optimism.
But, yeah, I know. So, as long as the Yankees stay healthy, they got a good chance of winning it all.
Well, I wish I could say it on my end for Boston because right now they've already announced to our opening day starter is on Friday night.
Yeah, and who's that?
Nathan Eovaldi.
Yeah, that shouldn't be too bad.
No, well, because our opening day starter who was supposed to be got tested positive, so he instantly went on the injured list.
Yep.
So it didn't take him long for it, but I'm expecting this might be a tough season, but I'm hoping we're competitive and we win 30 games this year. And, of course, we have an interim manager, so.
Well, you win 30 games, you win half your games. So it's a sprint this year. It's really going to count on your pitching. Your pitcher, your number one ace pitcher is only going to get like 15 starts this year to even –
which is going to be tough.
Tough. It's going to be tough. I can see pitchers just going 11-4, something like that. Ace pitchers. I don't see anybody going 15-0. I don't see anybody doing that. Mm-mm. No way.
I think someone's going to go 12-3. That's my take.
Yeah, 12-3.
13-2 maybe.
Yeah. With pitch counts today and players, with the pitch count.
Oh, I think everybody on their first starts, they are going to be on a pitch count. I bet you it's going to be at least between 80 and 100 pitches.
Yeah, so you may not even get through the first 5 innings with that and not even qualify for a win. So,
absolutely, but
that's what the baseball season is going to look like. It's going to look like a sprint. If everything goes right and everything goes well, this baseball season you're gonna blink your eyes and you're gonna miss it.
Yep.
You're gonna miss it really well.
Well, and the thing is too, you got to wait and see if the playoffs, if you're going to allow some fans to come to the ballpark. I highly doubt it.
I highly doubt any fans will witness this baseball field season without watching it from TV. I think.
Yep. The only people right now that are allowing fans, from what I've seen, is NASCAR. This is their second race back with some fans.
Well, it's easier for NASCAR. They got a bigger stadium. They can space out a lot more people than baseball.
Right.
They're spacing people out at the New Britain Bees
games.
Bees games, but they never drew over 1,000 people anyway. So
no, that's why they didn't have to worry about that.
They don't have to worry about it. So if you let like 1,000 people in a major league ballpark, that's really not. It's not really going to do anything for generating money or anything.
No, money they've already lost.
Yeah, you're gonna cost more money to let 1,000 people in than you would not having the people there.
If they're smart, just let the fans have their season tickets for next year and don't pay a penny that you had to redo your season tickets for next year.
Yeah, whatever next year looks like. But
yeah, well, of course, next year is going to be a mess again because then that's the MLB agreement.
Yeah.
So here we go again. They got to go through all this jazz next season.
Yep, they do.
So, and remember, they weren't close of getting an extension done, so that's where they stand.
Yeah.
So, but we want to turn our attention to the NFL because I read about this not too long ago before we went on the air. And now the NFL players are starting to worry here because they have no idea what the basic guideline rules are about when training camp opens 9 days from now.
Okay.
And there were a few players that went on their Twitter account and said, look, if there's nothing that, if there's no guidelines or protocols for anything like that, some of them are saying some of them will not play. And some of them have already said, we don't think there should be an NFL season this year.
Well, I doubt having some players not wanting the season.
But we're talking about Russell Wilson, J.J. Watt, Drew Brees.
Yeah, those are big names. Those are big. But I don't think the NFL is going to miss out on $68 billion of making money.
No. And you know what? And because the NFL extended their agreement by 10 years, this is why I'm not worried about it if they don't play this year. There's a big difference.
Yeah. But I think they'll still try to get this season in because
they're going to try everything in their power. They've already said training camps are going to be are full go starting on the 28th.
Yeah.
That's already been said.
So, I mean, are they really going to miss out on Tom Brady's almost final years? Are they going to miss out on another trying a championship for Patrick Mahomes? All right, we're on the topic of players not wanting to play the NFL season right now. We had a little bit of a glitch there in our Zoom meeting.
Sorry for the audio difficulty issues. I thought the way we were going, I was going to wind up taking over the whole show.
Yeah, you were. You're ready to push me right out of the way.
Yeah, I just bumped you out of the chair and off.
Yeah, that's what I felt. I felt the elbow to the face.
Yeah, okay, this ain't WWE here.
Yes. Well, it can be. All right. So NFL players not wanting to play the NFL season. Will that really happen? I mean, my argument is still that the NFL invests way too much money and way too much money to have to not have a season. I know these high price, Drew Brees and stuff like that, high price star players are coming out to saying the chance or risk of health and stuff like that is a risk, and they want some guidelines and stuff like that. I mean, what else do we got, Coachy?
Well, Russell Wilson's wife, this was part of the reason why he's worried. His wife is pregnant.
Yep.
And, for him, it's understandable. I can look at the other players that said something. I know J.J. Watt, Russell Wilson, and Drew Brees were three of the names. I'm trying to see if there's others that decided to join the Twitter brigade.
Well, I can see J.J. Watt wanting not to play football anymore. He's got the big contract with NBC.
Another couple of them is Patrick Mahomes. Yeah, a couple others. Patrick Mahomes.
Well, there's your MVP last year.
And Myles Garrett, who just signed that 5-year, $126 million contract with Cleveland, who, by the way, better be very careful what he does because remember, as you call, he got suspended for the rest of the year last year for let's throw a helmet at a Pittsburgh quarterback.
Yep, and knock him to the ground.
And from what I'm reading, it's about a mix right now.
It's a mix that the players just want guidelines or they just don't want to play?
They want to play, but they need to have it with guidelines.
Well, the NFL is going to have traveling. They're not going to be able to bubbleize themselves.
That's why they should delay the season because California, Texas, Florida. That's 3 of them right there, for example.
Yep. All hose.
Oh, and Georgia too.
Yep. That I don't think that hose a football team in it though. But
yeah, but that's why they may need to think about delaying everything right now. They're still trying to stop the preseason games at this point.
Yeah,
Another tough call.
Another tough call. That's I mean that's not this is major. So this is a major.
Yeah, this is, like I told you, between all 4 of the major sports right now, and I thought the Major League Baseball was the worst.
Yeah.
I'm beginning to think it's now going to the NFL now. Or do we call it a draw?
We'll call it a draw for now. But remember, football's got the most players to travel with, deal with. They got a lot. That's a big, huge headache. That's a big
right.
Headache.
And not only that, remember, this is why I'll say it again. The NHL got this right when they did all when they did all this agreements and stuff to get this 4-year extension done, and it's a done deal. And so far, I have only heard maybe a couple. I've heard 5 players have opted out so far this year, which is not bad. Yes, I know there could be more coming, but it hasn't been really a mess so far.
No, it hasn't been a mess.
You know, I mean, the NBA, yes. Zion Williams, yes, he left the bubble because he has to attend a family situation. I get that, but the problem is once you leave that bubble, you have to be, I believe you got to be cleared by the NBA.
Yes. Actually, he's once he leaves the bubble, every day he's going to be tested. I heard that he's going to be tested every day, and if he doesn't test positive for COVID-19 in any of those days, he's only going to have to quarantine for 2 days and then be able to come back to his team.
That's not bad.
If he tests positive one day for that, it's automatic week and a half.
Yeah, 2 weeks automatically.
It's automatic. So, I mean, if he gets everything with his family done, which should happen in time for the start of the NBA. I mean, he should be able to get everything. If everything works out, he should be on the court in time.
I mean, another example.
Yeah.
There's a hockey player, Lars Eller, who plays for the Washington Capitals. His wife's expecting a baby in August, and he's already told the team once the baby gets ready to be born, he's leaving the bubble to go join his wife in the hospital.
Well, that's a new father. Yeah. So that's another family matter. That's, I mean.
You wouldn't think you'd have to. Oh, no, wait. Yes, you do. Because if he's going to the hospital, if he has to be tested, yeah, he's got to be tested there.
Yeah,
too.
He's going to have to be tested daily or something like that. Plus, he has to deal with Canada's rules before he comes back into the state of Canada.
Right. That's right.
So he may be gone for the season if anything bad happens to him.
Yup. Because remember, the only thing about Washington is once the playoffs start, Washington does get a bye for at least, I believe, for 1 week.
Yeah, and then
so if he has the baby, if it's like August 2nd or August 3rd, then great. He just has to be tested twice, and he should be ready to go for the next round.
Yeah, he should be fine. So that's more of players wanting to be stuck in a bubble. Players looking for guidelines to stay healthy. For that reason, I side with the players. They want to stay healthy. They want to join their family. They want to stay healthy. So I side with the players.
What they're doing is once they get to the conference finals, what they're going to do is in hockey, they're going to let their families come travel.
Oh, okay.
For the Final Four, not for the first couple rounds, but we're talking about when, because everything's going to be in Edmonton when we get to the conference finals and finals. So that's when they're possibly thinking about letting some family members travel.
Yeah, but you never know how tough Canada's borders are going to be at that time.
Well, this isn't going to be played in Ontario. This is going to be up in Edmonton, Alberta. So this might be a
that's still Canada. That's still Canada, buddy. I mean, the Canada government already shut down U.S. borders for anybody in U.S. for crossing. So they don't want us there. So
nope. It's like you get one chance to go. You really leave, you're going to have to come up with a good reason why you get to come back.
Yeah, you get one chance, and that's it. That's for NBA basketball players. That's for the hockey players. That's for football players. I mean,
the NFL, they said if they go into if you get tested positive, you get to wind up going to the exemption list.
Yeah.
And I think you don't sit out for 2 weeks. I believe you sit out for 3 weeks.
And 3 weeks is 3 weeks of football. That's a lot of weeks.
Possibly, unless they delay it.
Yeah.
Which still can happen too at the same time.
So those three major sports have a lot in their hands. They have a lot in their hands.
Football right now is in the world of a mess right now. While hockey's organized, the NBA, we don't know how that's going to come out next week. And of course,
next week it starts. Next week it starts. I mean, it starts with the 8 preseason games for the seeding, which I don't think they should have played. I think they should have just started with the playoffs and screw the rest of the teams.
I think it's more like the commissioner wanted to make more money a little bit.
That's true. They wanted more money. They wanted to put Zion on the TV, and he's the one leaving. I mean, that's kind of –
he's the one who had to leave for family reasons.
Yeah, so that's kind of a slap in the face for the NBA.
Yeah, for the New Orleans Pelicans. Yep.
I mean, they weren't going to win anything anyways, but it would have been nice for them to have Zion on the court, show off some Zion, have him dunk a couple times.
Well, he still can because he's got another week. Well, no, the NBA's got 12 more days. So
I mean, I think he's the first game out too. I think he's on the first.
Yes, he is.
He's on the first card. It's Pelicans and Blazers or something like that. Kick off the first
Portland
game.
Still got a chance to get in this thing.
Which one? Who?
Well, I can't believe Portland can still get in this playoff.
Well, it's all the preseason 8-game seeding. I mean, that's what the 8 games are for. They're for seeding. I mean, the top seeded teams in the West really don't have to worry about anything because they're not really battling for home field advantage because there is none.
Right.
I mean,
yeah, it says Thursday, July 30th, Utah plays New Orleans. Oh, actually, they're doing an opener. Okay. So New Orleans is playing Utah at 6:30 on July 30th.
Yeah.
And then the Clippers and Lakers are going to play at 9 o'clock.
Yeah. I mean,
to me, I don't know why it doesn't make sense because out in Orlando, it's a 9 p.m. start our time. So. Yeah.
I mean, they put that on for the West Coast people. For, people in L.A., they can watch it at 6 o'clock.
Yep. Oh, I wanted to mention this. I totally forgot about this. Juan Howard of the I'm sorry, not Juan Howard of the Los Angeles Lakers. Dwight Howard.
Dwight Howard. Oh, that
yes,
guy. Huh?
You didn't hear. He got the NBA has told him he is to wear a mask.
He has to wear a mask.
He has to wear a mask. The NBA has told him if he's going out, he has to wear a mask, or otherwise, they can boot him out for the season.
Well, that's like wearing a mask here in Walmart. Wear a mask, people.
Yeah,
just join the crowd and wear a mask.
He says, "Oh, I don't have to wear a mask if." Well, let me tell you something. You want to bend the rules with the NBA? You're asking for a lot.
You're asking for trouble. I mean, I follow Taco Falls on Instagram. You know who Taco Falls is, right?
Yes.
The big 7'6" guy. I mean, he's very charismatic, nice young kid, very funny. But he was taking us around the hotel that the Celtics are staying in. I mean,
Yep.
even outside the hotel or inside playing basketball, they had to wear masks and stuff. He was wearing a mask. He was enjoying the crowd and stuff. I mean, they have a lot. They have a lot of bikes outside. All his teammates were taking bike rides around the place and everything. They seemed like having a grand old time.
Yeah, because apparently he's already been told. Yeah, he has been told already he needs to wear the mask or else. That's from what I'm reading.
Well, from my point of view, Dwight Howard has had a troubled career at best. I mean, he failed in Orlando when he was a rookie and stuff.
Yeah, and he was supposed to be the dominating player out there.
He was supposed to be that.
Now he's on a team where he's going to the finals because the Lakers signed everybody because they all wanted the money.
Yeah, he wanted money. He wanted his final chance of grabbing an NBA championship. But he's been in LA before with Kobe. Got kicked out of there. He has been. He's been in He's been in Lakers uniform before with Kobe. So
and now LeBron was the one who invited him to come play for the Lakers.
Come play with the Lakers. But he's been trouble throughout his career.
Yup.
He has been.
Absolutely.
That's my opinion of his career.
Yup. Now, while you were away, I don't know if they recorded this. I did talk about the Washington franchise. I don't know because I've already discussed it. Do we not have to discuss that since when you left the other night was recording?
Well, we can discuss it a little bit more.
Okay.
Well, Washington Redskins, they're still are no more. They're going to change their name to something that doesn't offend people. But the Fluffy Fluff Rabbits probably are taken by some cheerleading group, so they can't use that.
Nope. Someone mentioned the name the Washington Federals at first because that was their original name, but you can't really use that because that's going to be a racial problem.
Yeah, that's going to be a racial problem. They may just go with the Washington Warriors or something like that.
Yeah, I heard the Red Wolves were another suggestion.
Yep, that could be counted as racism. I mean, take a look at the sports names of just about any sports franchise, and it could be spun the other way. You know, it can be spun into a bad name. You could take the New York Yankees and having everybody called Yankees. That could be spun into different bad names and stuff. Even be calling it a Boston Red Sox. It can be spun into a.
They used to be the Boston Braves, believe it or not.
Yeah, and the Atlanta Braves we should include in trying to gonna get their names probably changed.
Yeah, Cleveland Indians too. Put them in there.
But even the Yard Goats, people are offended by that name here in Connecticut. They weren't on the bandwagon in the beginning. Now people are accepting the name a little bit more. They're understanding the name a little bit more. So whatever you name your franchise or your team and stuff like that, it's going to be picked on. It's going to be picked on.
There is a team I have to mention you to this, and I know you don't hear about the Canadian Football League very much.
Okay, no, we don't.
Okay, the Edmonton Eskimos are changing their name. I believe they're Eskimos, and I can look this up. I think it had to do something about something racial. Check real quick.
There are Eskimos in Edmonton. People in the Arctic live. They're called Eskimos. That's what they're called. I mean, I don't know any other word for them. I mean, except friendly, nice people who live in igloo, you know, and hunt whale blubber and stuff like that. That's all I see on Discovery Channel of Eskimos. I don't think they own a TV to, even watch these games probably.
Well, I will be honest. I have watched some of the CFL games that are online or on TV during the summer a little bit when there isn't any baseball on.
Yeah.
I will watch a little bit of it because the rules are very unique, and you can score more points than ever, and you only get 3 downs and not 4.
Yeah, that's understandable, but we're going back to the name and changing that. I mean, up there is really.
If you want to start doing that, there's another team in the CFL called the Calgary Stampeders.
Yep.
And, they could easily go after them for that because of the horse.
Yeah. So you get my drift that people are going to not like your name and not – if you're not fans of the team, you're not going to like the name.
No, and you already know what's going to happen, too. I'm betting you a lot of fans who bought a lot of Washington Redskins gear over the years, whoops, what do? Are you going to try and trade it in for new jerseys or shirts or hats like that?
Well, the fans are going to the diehard fans of Washington will buy the newer gear. They'll buy the new gear.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt.
They'll buy new gear. But I don't know if they're going to keep the colors the same.
I think they could be ready for a new color change, I think. Get rid of at least get rid of the orange.
They're not orange. They're reddish-brown.
Yeah, but they've got a little bit of orange in there, too.
It's reddish-brown and gold. It's reddish-brown and gold.
All right. It's time for a different color for that team, to make it easier so the fans would stop it.
Yeah. But that shouldn't offend too many people.
No, it shouldn't. I mean, like I said, if we had to go through how many teams right now, major league teams that have nicknames of the situation, you got baseball that has 2. I think it's
3,
2.
but
3.
Well, you can call the Cleveland Indians. Oh, and the Atlanta Braves.
Yeah, right, 2.
Yeah.
I don't think I can name a third. I couldn't name a third one right now.
Well, it's all about Connecticut's past history with Indians and the United States past. And I don't have enough TV show right now to explain all that. We don't have enough.
We don't unless we get a special New Year's edition show that could be more than 1 hour, which might happen at the end of the year. But
it may happen, but I don't know if it will. But people, franchise, you're never going to please everybody. You just aren't. You're just not. Okay, I think we've beaten this topic.
Yeah, I think the topic was right there. You said it right there at the end, so let me cross that out. You want to go ahead and go with A-Rod with the Mets because I wrote that down too.
A-Rod with the Mets. Lovely A-Rod. I am a New York Yankee fan, and this rant is to you, A-Rod. A-Rod is complaining. He's looking to buy the Mets. With his wife, he's looking to buy the Mets with a couple owners and stuff. And he also, in the Bristol Press, he went on a rant saying that the Major League Baseball needs a salary cap. And for me, what gives you the right, A-Rod, for you to ask the players to make a salary cap? You were one of the highest paid players in the league for your entire career. You bankrupt Seattle Mariners when you asked for for that contract from them. The Yankees bought you out. I think Seattle's probably still paying for your contract, or maybe paying for some of it.
Actually, I think it's Texas. Remember, he went to Texas. Yeah. Remember, he signed that huge contract with Texas. And then he was traded to the Yankees because Texas couldn't deal with him anymore with his tirade.
Yeah. And then you signed another extension with the Yankees, making you the highest paid player. And you're telling other players they can't go get their money. They can't do it. I mean, coming from a person who's taken all the money, I don't think you should be able to say that. I don't think
At
you.
least the Yankees don't have to pay his money anymore. At least, thank goodness,
No,
he's off the
I
record.
think we're done giving him money. But it, A-Rod, you just go on your Fox show. I don't even watch the Fox broadcast before games because A-Rod's on there because I don't like
No,
listening to
well,
him.
let me back that up on you. A-Rod is only there on Fox when it's the All-Star game and the playoffs. He's
Well,
not there
whenever
for the
he's
regular
on,
season.
I'm not watching.
ESPN, he's on
Yeah,
ESPN for the regular
yeah, but
season.
I'm not watching him.
No, I'm not surprised. And yes, I do deal with him with his voice. I'm going to have to deal with him with his voice when the Red Sox play the Yankees in 3 weeks. 2 weeks.
2 weeks, we're gonna have to deal with him. But
Mm-hmm.
A-Rod always strived to be better than the great Yankee, New York Yankee, Derek Jeter. He always tried to be greater than Derek Jeter.
Oh, not even close.
You don't come close, A-Rod, to even sniffing Derek Jeter at all in his legacy, in a Hall of Fame way. Anyways, I mean, I know Derek Jeter owns a team. He owns his team. He has more money than you. He's always had better looking girlfriends than you did. So, I mean, he's always had the urge to be better than Derek Jeter, which I don't see at all. I've never seen.
No, and every time I've seen A-Rod play, there have been times where, he just gets miserable. He gets frustrated. There was even that time when he mouthed off to Jason Varitek back in 2000.
Yeah, I know. It started the whole big brawl.
Mm-hmm.
Varitek held him back and stuff. They threw the glove and everything.
Yep. And then, of course, Varitek didn't get suspended for, I think, all but 3 games, and A-Rod got the worst of it.
Yeah, which he should have and stuff. But
but now he's moving on to me, he's got to make a choice. Either you stay in broadcasting, or if you want to buy the Mets, get off ESPN and go focus on trying to get the team that you're trying to go for. Because because Jessica Mendoza tried to pull the same thing, and I believe she's no longer with the Mets. I think she went back. I think she's back to full-time ESPN, but I think she dropped as the number 2 analyst now.
Yeah.
Which wasn't fair to her anyway. But if A-Rod is the smart one, he needs to get off TV right now and go worry about trying to buy the Mets and, let someone else take over being an analyst.
Yeah.
I'm telling from what I've heard, the New York Mets ESPN does not want A-Rod doing games when the New York Mets are on ESPN Sunday night. They've already told him off.
That's good. Well, I mean, all I can say is to A-Rod, don't tell what other players that they can't make max money. They can't do anything like that, since the only thing that you've done in your career is take max money. I mean, even the 2009 World Championship that you won with the Yankees wasn't really done by you. It was done by the pitching staff, by CC Sabathia being on the team. He was on the team in 2009.
He had some clutch hitters in that World Series victory too, might I add.
Yeah. So that wasn't even done by him. I think he did the worst performance in a World Series victory anyways. I think he
got his 1 ring.
He got 1 ring, which cost the Yankees in the future, because we had to pay him, we had to give him money, many opportunities for championships.
And just think, if George Steinbrenner was alive right now, what would he have done to him?
Oh, George would have sat him down on the bench and told him to be quiet.
Oh, no, I was thinking have him go into his office, let him get an earful, and then let him say what he has to say before he makes his decision.
Yeah. So that's enough for A-Rod for now until he shoots his mouth off again. He will. I guarantee he will. But if you want to buy the Mets, buy the Mets. Stop trying to be better than Derek Jeter, because you're not. You're just not. You're not going to be better than Derek Jeter. You're just not. So, A-Rod, if you want to buy the Mets, buy the Mets. Focus on that.
Get off on the TV.
Get off TV. Nobody wants to hear your opinion, really. Just go buy the Mets, run them into the ground.
Yup. And we'll end it right there. Explanation point.
Yeah. Run in ground. Ended.
End of story on that topic.
For
okay.
now.
Normally we would be saying get ready to say goodbye, but unfortunately, because we had our little drop off.
Yeah, we still got about 10 minutes.
We got 10. It's almost like for us, we're going into overtime now a little bit. But unfortunately, when we both got cut off, even though it was more on your end than mine, because I somehow
yeah, sure. Yeah, I still feel that elbow to the face. I still feel it.
Hey, it's okay. At least I got through it without a problem, and at least I got to talk about the Washington franchise while you were away, so they may capture that.
Yeah, I don't think they captured that one. It's only recording on my side.
Right, because I started hitting the record button. I was like, yep, okay, let's see what I can do here in case if it does go through.
Yeah.
But I wrote down one more topic.
Okay.
It's about the college sports. We have some conferences, not like the Big Ten or the SEC. We have as Joe mentioned,
the NEC.
The NEC. Yup, the America East.
Postponing
East
there.
Patriot League. The Big East. Well, of course, for UConn football, unfortunately, like we said, they're going to have to postpone a couple games. There's no way they're traveling to San Jose State.
No way they're gonna. They're gonna have to postpone their outer conference games, or what?
They're gonna.
I know they don't have a conference, but they're gonna have to postpone their outer state games.
Yep, so. They're gonna have to. And some of these leagues, they want to possibly move football to the spring. I'm not confident about that. I mean, it can be done, but you're gonna have to start like in March. You'd have to get like 7 games in. And you're not going to be able to really play a tournament. Well, you could play a conference tournament, but not like an NCAA tournament at most.
I think if the college football focuses on just trying to get a conference champion from everywhere, I think they'll be fine.
I think what they need to do is I think they need to get a NCAA football meeting. They're getting it right with all the fall sports. But to me, for college football, they're letting it get away with it a little bit.
Yeah.
They need to sit down, have a meeting. I would say, like, go to the NCAA office, let the people go into their own bubble in there, have a hotel half a mile away across the street, and you guys go hammer out a deal. Because I'm telling you, if you think college football is going to be starting just because, you just want to get it done and stuff, you better be careful. Some of these big conferences may start leaning the other way.
Yeah, they may be. But it's all about trying to get the most money for your school, from football and stuff. So it's going to be a tricky situation. It's going to be tricky.
I think it's going to be tricky the entire season.
Yeah,
I really do.
There's no speed.
Look at our home state. We have that meeting coming up August 3rd for the CIAC. And I'm telling you right now, from what I'm hearing from a lot of parents right now and some coaches, fall sports doesn't look good right now.
No, it doesn't.
Because I understand the governor wants to put the kids in school. Great, I understand that. But their focus is they want to get the kids in school and nothing else. Even as my father told me this past Thursday when I was at his house, the governor said, we're not thinking sports right now. So that's telling me I don't think we're going to have fall sports. To be quite honest, there may not be any this year.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's true. I think they'll just start back in the spring next year.
No, I really don't think there'll be enough time for the spring. It all depends on the vaccination that gets made.
Well, if that's going to be – they're going to have to postpone scholarships and stuff. And
I know. They already did that for spring sports. But if that happens with the fall the spring and the winter, oh boy, are they possibly gonna have to cut all the high school sports for good if this happens? There's an outside chance of that.
There's an outside chance seniors and juniors won't be able to play their seasons.
No, unfortunately not. And me being out there helping out the schools and stuff, yeah, it's going to affect. But you know what? Unfortunately, there's nothing we can do about it. All I can do is wait, find out, see what they say, and if they say no, then great. At least my football streak doesn't get killed. But
No. Well, if the games are canceled, that your football streak won't stay. You're safe.
I think the only game I'll be more disappointed about if they don't play anything is the annual Thanksgiving game.
Yeah.
That's the only thing at this point. But but that's for another day. I will not make any more things about this until I find out what the coaches what it had at that meeting in August. So I won't do any more about that until the meeting's over, and then
we'll see what happens. Yep,
absolutely. We still got time, or are we running out of time?
Yeah, we got 4 minutes to just talk about whatever here. What do we got?
Well, right now behind me, I have the Texas NASCAR Cup Series. They actually had a red flag. There was like a 15-car pile up a little bit.
Yeah, so, that's because of your elbow to me, knocking me off the line, and knocked the cars out too.
Yeah, actually, they had to put a red flag in there. All the cars that were there, they couldn't move or anything. So it was about a 15, 20-minute stoppage. Now they're yellow, of course. The golf, I saw somebody, I got to find out, he was winning by 8 strokes at one point.
Yeah, I think he was too. That was at a tough golf course too.
Yeah, well, don't forget, one of the golfers shot a 10 on Friday, so.
Yeah.
That was crazy as it is. Let me see. Top events, golf. Let me see. I got 3 minutes. I know.
Yeah.
Actually, okay. Rom won by 3 strokes. No. I'm sorry. It's still in progress.
Oh, okay.
They're still going.
Yeah. I didn't think it was over. It's over at.
No, it's still going because I think it's. I guess they had a delay.
Yeah.
They must have a rainstorm. So I hopefully that they'll get that event in there before it gets dark.
Yeah, they should be getting it in.
Yeah, right now they're at the 15th hole, so I'm trying to think, are they playing this in Ohio? I think no, they are in Ohio. So
Ohio, yeah.
So they got maybe another hour and a half of golf left if they need to go that route in case we go to a playoff. But
yeah, I mean, golf is in full spring. They're having their season. Golf is an easy play.
Yep. Tiger Woods did.
Okay.
Yeah, speaking of Tiger Woods, I got 2 minutes left.
I think he didn't make the cut.
He did make the cut this week.
Oh, he did?
Because the guy who shot at 10, basically. Oh, what's this? Justin Thomas' dad takes over caddy. Oh, okay. Justin Thomas's dad took over caddy this afternoon.
Okay.
Caddy felt ill. No, I don't care about that. Come on, get out of there. No, I don't care for that. Get out of there. But anyway, Tiger, I don't know what he did today, but he was 2 over going into today's
final round.
He did go this morning.
Yeah, so he did finish the tournament.
Yes, he was able to go the full weekend pretty much.
Okay, I heard he had a little bit of health issues and stuff. He didn't feel.
Yeah, well, correctly. That not surprising though. It was his first tournament in
like 2 months or something
since March.
Yeah,
since March. I'm trying to see where he fit. Okay, he actually finished at 6 over.
Oh,
for the tournament. He went 4 over for this final round. So I'm just glad he got back out in the course. He just got to get back into a groove.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
All right. I think time is up.
Yeah, our time is up. Our time is done. So,
yeah, what a show, even though
what a show. Weird. A little interruption and stuff like that.
And we apologize for all of you that we had a little bit of a technical difficulty. Unfortunately, he got bumped off, and no, I didn't use my elbow to the head.
Elbow to the face. He used it. He just knocked me right off the screen.
Yeah, I knocked him off the set.
Yeah. So don't worry, that can be fixed in editing and stuff. It won't take too much.
No,
problems.
It will. And we will be doing. Are we going to do a special show on Friday this week since I'm off?
Yeah, sure. We'll do a special show on Friday.
And you got to work, right? You still have to go to work Friday?
Yeah, right. I still got to work.
All right, so we'll go 6 o'clock then on Friday evening then.
Yep. Then we can enjoy the weekend and stuff. So
or if not, you know, before you leave.
I think
worst case scenario, if we can't do it Friday, I mean, I'm hoping maybe we'll do it sooner in the afternoon. If not, we can do it on the weekend.
Yeah, we can do it Friday at 6, guaranteed.
All right, I just got to make sure I don't have anything that's going on, though.
We'll check your little black book. See if you have anything.
Yep.
You know, okay, we're getting off topic. Okay, this has been the Sportsman Show. I've been your host, Joe Musel. Thanks for watching. Coachy. Yep. Thanks for watching. Go, Coachy. Thanks for watching. Do that stuff. No, okay. No thank you from Coachy.
Yeah, no. We were going to say
He's still throwing elbows. He's still throwing elbows.
All right,
guys.
Everybody, we hope to speak on Friday unless something happens. But see you all later.
Yep, see ya. Bye.